When James and his team of urban explorers stepped into the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, they thought they were chasing legends. They had heard the stories, whispers of shadow figures lurking in the hallways, of doors slamming shut when no one was there, of the infamous room 502, where a nurse had once met a gruesome fate. But they weren't afraid, not yet, because the real horror wouldn't come from what they could see, but from what they couldn't. James wasn't just here for the thrill. He had a personal reason for coming to Waverly Hills. His great-grandfather, Henry Lawson, had been one of the many tuberculosis patients who had died in this very building. His grandmother had always told him that Henry's spirit was trapped here, wandering the halls, waiting for someone to bring him peace. James had grown up listening to her stories, seeing the sorrow in her eyes whenever she spoke of her father's last days, of the pain, the suffering, the isolation. The sanatorium had been a death sentence for thousands. And now, as James stood inside, he felt it. The weight of the past pressing against his chest, a sorrow so heavy it made his throat tighten. The group had barely started their exploration when things began to go wrong. As they moved through the decaying hallways, their flashlights flickering against the peeling walls, they heard it. A soft whisper, faint like a breath against the ear. James spun around, shining his light behind him. No one, but the whispering continued. Then came the footsteps, soft, deliberate, moving toward them from the darkness. Then a door slammed shut. A scream echoed down the corridor. The sound was unlike anything human, high-pitched, distorted, like something trapped between two worlds. "Run!" someone shouted, but James couldn't move. He was frozen, staring into the darkness where a figure had appeared. A woman. Her body was twisted at an unnatural angle, her face pale, eyes black pits of nothingness. Blood dripped from her lips. She reached toe.